Arsenal Fan TV, I'm here with Mathew. Mathew, we're here because they're protesting about the 3% ticket rise, which comes into effect at the end of the season for next season's season ticket holders. Quite a few people here. What's this all about?
Oh, it's about the 3%. Well, you've got the 3%, but 3% is nothing. It's really a protest on what the ticket prices already are, because it's already £62, which is already too much. So 3%, they'll just say it's like inflation, but and we're not too bothered about inflation rises and stuff like that, really. I think really, when you look at it, it's the way that ticket prices have gone in the last 15 years. We should have been doing this 15 years ago, really. But obviously, we know it's not just Arsenal that do this. You go all over the Premier League, and you see rip off ticket prices all over the Premier League. There's no, like, West Ham's expensive, Tottenham's expensive, Chelsea, Fulham, they're all expensive, and we know that, but we're Arsenal supporters, so we've got to protest at Arsenal, haven't we? There's no point us going down West Ham and protesting, because a lot of people will always use that as a lot of Arsenal fans get very defensive when you attack the club. We don't attack the club, we are the club.
I was going to say that. Listen, there are going to be a lot of people here today, and they're going to be saying, listen, it's the last game of the season. You know, we're in the Champions League places. We've got the FA Cup to go for. We should be celebrating. Why are we moaning about a ticket rise?
Half the people here have been priced out. I mean, it's all very well finishing top 4 Champions League and whatever. That's not. But if you can't afford to support your club, it doesn't matter. We would take this action. We could be European champions, and we still take this action because football should be affordable for everyone. And it's not just Arsenal. We know it's like next week Norwich City are charging our lot. Was it £50? It's a joke. It's a joke. It's the Premier League.
Can anything ever happen about it though? Because you got Sky and all these other companies that are involved in football now. It's a big money cow. It's big money for advertisers. So you know, you saw how much money Puma are paying to take over from Nike, etc. Here, you know, is it too late for these protests, or do you think these things can make a difference?
Like the amount of money Puma give, the amount of money Sky give, it's those things that should be making football affordable. If you actually, I mean, I think each Premier League club is 70% better off since the new TV deal, aren't they? So these are the things that should be making football affordable. So that, I mean, we ain't going to change nothing. There's a couple of hundred people here, and I absolute respect to all these people for coming out. A lot of people have slagged them off for coming out. We can't change anything. There's only a couple of hundred of us. What can we do? You need the masses to it's more of a sort of statement. It's more of a FU to football, what we're doing today. We're not idiots. We know we can't really change anything. Just a couple of hundred of us. We are realists. But we still want to stand up for... I'm being drowned out, but that's a good thing. They're better to hear them than me.
But now listen, we saw a protest, like you said, it's happening all over the country. We saw a protest at Newcastle yesterday with fans walking out. That was more about the manager, etc. But do you think the fans are being listened to more nowadays on issues?
No, absolutely not. And what bothers me is that there's been a lot of bloggers this week, a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of fellow Arsenal supporters who have been slagging off the people who were making this protest today. And I think, well, why are you getting so defensive over Kroenke? We're not slagging off Arsenal. We're Arsenal supporters. We're slagging off Gazidis. We're slagging off Kroenke. You're Arsenal. I'm Arsenal. Everyone here is Arsenal. That's what the club is. But you've got joke bloggers like this. Who's this fella, LeGrove? Whatever his name is, slagging off these people for standing up. At least these people stand up for something. But whether or not, I don't think we're being listened to. We won't get listened to. You never get listened to unless it's the masses. The masses have to rise up, or a couple of hundred people. It's very hard for us to have any impact if it's only a couple of hundred of us. But I will do it anyway, Robbie, because I'd rather stand up for something. I heard about this. I would always support them. Always stand up for that. Because in life, you've got to stand up for something. You can't go through life never making a stand for anything. But when you've got jokes like that guy LeGrove, whatever his name is, you're a disgrace, LeGrove, and I would challenge this guy to a one-on-one debate, because guys like him, they hide behind Twitter, they hide behind blogs.
He's you know, I've got to play devil, I've got to defend and play devil's advocate for him. He'll say, listen, from his point of view, he just wants everybody to be behind the club in a positive way, and he's probably looking at it and saying to himself that it looks negative to him, all this.
So, should we all get behind the government? Should we all agree with David Cameron? Does that make me not proud to be British? Of course I am. But listen, was it Thomas Jefferson once said that the truest form of patriotism is dissent? And we're doing this because we love Arsenal. We're not doing it because we love Arsenal. That's why we're here. So he can come up with that. He could say that, whether it does or not, but he can. That just sounds like being a barker of the club. And for him to slag off people for taking a stand. If he doesn't want to take a stand, that's no problem. We don't expect anyone to take a stand. You know, the only time he stands is when he's blogging and he gets a bit of blood flow back to the legs. That's the only time he makes a stand of anything. And I'll go for a one-on-one debate with this guy for slagging these people off. He doesn't have to support it, but to go out there and slag these people off, I think that is absolutely. I think that's absolutely disgusting for someone to do that.